Hello, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Afsa. How are you, beta?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
So we've got Afsa. Because so many participants, but all the participants have turned themselves off. Why? Enjoying winters? Is it very cold out there?
Really cold. Like
Very cold.
I go down to play in the afternoon. I mean the evening, and then it's really cold that my hand just froze.
I didn't get you, Hafsa. What did you say in the evening?
In the evening when I go down to play, my hand just froze.
Yes.
My grandmother never let us go without our hoodies on.
Definitely. It's very cold. Like for people who stay in Mumbai, for us, this cold is not our cup of tea at least. Okay, what about others? What about my boys? Chalo, quickly turn your cameras on.
Degrees.
Sorry, Sad.
It reaches 9 degrees in winter in Qatar.
It is
It
9
reaches
degrees.
9 degrees, yeah.
Oh, 9 degrees. So that is
And
beyond.
once it snowed in a mountain of Qatar.
Wow.
Ma'am, when we were when we were out on a road trip in Ooty, when we went in Ooty, like in the morning around 6 or 5:30 something, it was literally 6 or 5 degrees.
Oh, that would be so cold, na?
Yeah, ma'am, if you put your hand in the water, you would feel that there was no hand.
I won't even dare to do something like that. But then, yes,
And
sometimes
ma'am,
a
we
little
had to
change is good.
do wuzu in that cold water and then pray namaz.
Yes,
That
for
was
Fajr.
so,
Yes.
yeah, and it was so cold, ma'am. Literally, we had to shut everything.
Ma'am,
The door was closed. We had to like put. There was an opening. We had to put a cloth over there.
God.
ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, the only thing I don't like in Fajr is to do wuzu that time.
Yes,
So.
actually, like in Fajr, with
In the namaaz mein, I'll say in the morning when I wake up for Fajr, I'm like, oh, I'll just quickly pray Fajr and then sleep. I was like, oh, I
half
have
the
to do
time we
wuzu
are
also
asleep
then.
only.
Ma'am, I don't get to sleep after Fajr because I have to go to maktab, like my Quran classes.
I didn't get you. Why don't you sleep after Fajr, beta?
Because I need to go to Quran classes. That's why.
Okay, for the Quran classes. Okay, yeah, that's nice.
Ma'am,
I hope you all
Today,
have
ma'am, I was
completed your
going to
Quran
my
study.
Quran classes. Yeah, ma'am, today I was going to my Quran classes and I forgot my jacket.
So you had a good, winter
Yeah, and
experience.
yeah, but even the heater was not working in the car.
Okay, so everything worked together in your favor. Everything was determined for you to make cold. Okay, chalo, today nice cold session.
In the night I wasn't feeling sleepy at all, and when I was feeling sleepy, the dog started barking so much I could not sleep. And then when I felt asleep, then Mama came, "Come on, wake up for Fajr," and then I was like, "Oh God."
Oh God, that sometimes it
Yeah,
happens.
ma'am.
When we start sleepy,
Last
you
night
won't
also
get to
I was not able to sleep because of the cold.
Yes, it's very cold. Like from past 2 days, Mumbai temperatures has suddenly, I have noticed whenever I keep all the sweaters and jackets away, the next day it will turn cold. I don't know why is
Yes,
it
ma'am.
happening. But why is it happening? Chalo, you tell me. Related to your science, what is happening? Why is there a sudden change?
Global warming.
Global warming.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Global warming.
Because suddenly the temperature gets hot. Suddenly it gets extremely cold. The only reason is
Ma'am, in
global warming.
Australia, the worst global effect is on Australia.
Australia. Okay. Why is
The
there so any reason,
bushfires.
basic reason behind it? Something that is
Yeah,
really
global warming.
contributing to the global warming over there?
Well, Like suddenly, like there was a bushfire, okay, at first, and then after some time, this big rocks started falling down, and then it started raining, and then and suddenly it turned very hot.
Right. So that is what the sudden changes in the climate is just an indication of global warming. It indicates there is something wrong in the environment. Okay. Anybody who has coins in their houses? Coins, lots of coins. Anybody will do something very interesting and we just observe something. Who has coins? Anybody who can get me coins
Ma'am,
and
I
get me
have.
2 glasses? Anybody?
Oh, ma'am,
How
we
much
did.
coin we
Oh,
need?
ma'am. Like we have to build a make a tower on star. the
Yes, yes,
glasses.
yes. We'll just try and do that. Can
Okay.
you just show it to us? See, we'll just see something. What I want to explain you through this is how things are interconnected and how when you have the support of 2 things, things will eventually build up. But one thing here and there, and the entire thing will get disturbed. And that is what is happening to our habitat. Because of our activities, we are not realizing to a very big extent that what we are doing. But a certain disturbance in your habitat, a certain disturbance in your food chain will lead the entire thing, the entire food chain, the entire ecosystem to collapse. This is what Zuveria is going to show us. Where is Zuveria? No, just quickly we'll just see this, and this is a very interesting one. And just I thought of connecting this to your chapter. Anybody else who can who has coins and 2 glasses and you can show me this? Wow, Hamza has got glasses. Aisha have coins, glasses.
Yeah, I got it.
Wow. So I have Zuveria who's going to show Hamza and Aisha. Okay, yes, join, and now just try and put coins between both the glasses, but be assured that both the glasses are of the same size. Wow.
Ma'am, we did this game in the life skills also.
Okay, yes, I kind of saw it from there only, but I was just trying to show how things are interconnected. I just tried and doing it with you also, and see how maintaining balance is very important in our ecosystem also. A sudden change in a particular aspect will quickly harm your environment. Chalo, let's see how we balance it. Yes. Zuveria doing, Hamza doing. Chalo, quickly keep them together. Yes. See, now Aisha is trying to create a balance. Okay, everybody, all our citizens are trying to create a balance. But
Shazia ma'am made us do that on her class as well.
okay. Yes. Chalo, quickly just balance it. And what example? Like, what was her example behind this?
Ma'am, we just did it like that only.
Okay. Try and balance. But now what happens? Once you kind of there is kind of an interconnection between the coins and the glasses, because now they are balancing. Just make a little big tower. Let me see who makes a big tower.
Ma'am, if the citizens go a little bit like this, then the whole like the country is gonna fall.
Yes. So why are we doing it over here? What did we understand over here? A little disturbance, a little break through some of our activities.
Ma'am,
We
can
can
you
either
see my
say,
tower?
please show it to me. Hamza, who's showing it to me?
Aisha first.
Aisha, wait. Wow, Aisha. Okay, now Aisha, I want you to spoil this. Just shuffle your glass a little. What happened?
Magic! Ma'am, dark magic, it just vanished.
Actually, the coins vanished. Everything fell. So what will happen? What happens in an ecosystem? A little here and there. If one thing, a little support is misbalanced, the entire ecosystem will get affected, and then we will have adverse impacts on our environment. Wow, we've got Sara Khatri. Sara, are you feeling well, beta? Sara?
Yes, sir.
Sara, no smiling today, Sara. Not sharing any, Virat and all those stories. Why so quiet? Yay, Sara smiled.
Ma'am, you told me to send my assessment paper again. So did you get it? I sent it yesterday.
Aisha Kazi, yes. I received it. Okay. So,
Ma'am, I have sent it to you in WhatsApp. Did you get it?
name, please, with a name.
Muhammad Shan.
Muhammad Shan. Yes, I received on on the WhatsApp. Yes. Okay. So some of our activities get kind of, interrupted because of few activities over here, and then the entire things will get affected. That is what we could learn from this experiment. See, once again, doing something very important. How can we reduce the effect of deforestation? What is deforestation? Chalo quickly.
A big cut down of trees.
Yes. Okay. So how can we reduce the deforestation? We can plant trees to replace the ones that are being chopped down. We can stop chopping down very old forests. What do we do generally to decide to make settlements, big industries, factories, buildings? We cut down big forests, but all these things have negative impact on our environment. So what are we going to do? We have to stop deforestation. We have to stop cutting down trees, and we have to replace them from the two new ones. One more thing, I told you to do something. Do you all remember? Or did you all forget?
We have to plant 2 plants.
Yes, I wanted you all to plant one small tree or plant whatever you say. Did anybody who planted it? Forgot. Okay, chalo. We'll do this in this week.
We were fully busy.
Ma'am, before I had so many plants. I had planted mooli plant, I don't know what, and the tomato and green chili.
Wow, that's so nice.
Wow.
So,
Ma'am.
yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
in my Nanu's Gao, there are he has the whole jungle as his farm area. So is that okay if I send a picture of all the trees over there?
Definitely, we would love to see this. But what are we going to do in our next lecture? Me and you together, we all will bring all the things, and we will plant a plant. Okay, we'll get we'll get some seeds or whatever, anything. We'll.
Ma'am, we have done this also.
Sorry, beta.
Ma'am,
Hmm?
ma'am, I made this at home. See.
What did you make, beta?
Ma'am, pin her screen.
Wait, what is that? Actually, let me just see. What is it?
Sarah, what is that?
A tripod?
Wow.
Just look at the tripod. What is it, Sarah?
Is it a hoe? Is that a hoe? Is it an hoe? Can't you say what is that?
Ma'am, to put that
Is that
seed
a
inside. To put
slingshot?
the seed inside.
Okay,
Ma'am,
okay.
It's
Yes.
a hoe. It's a hoe. It's a
Yes.
hoe. Ma'am, I answered the correct answer.
Yes.
I've played enough
That was
Minecraft.
right. Okay.
I've played Minecraft.
What all are you going to get in your next lecture? I want you to get a pot, some seeds, mud,
A hoe.
either be water also, and then we all are going to plant a tree.
Ma'am, done.
Tree.
Ma'am, Sarah does not need to.
What?
Ma'am, Sarah does not need to. See her screen.
Wow, Sarah, so many plants. Wow, that's nice. So can I expect you all to bring all these things so that we not only
Ma'am,
yes,
And I
Beta?
take care
send
of
it in the
them.
Google Class. Ma'am, send it on WhatsApp group. Our
Okay.
WhatsApp group.
One day
Mendeleev.
before, I will 2 days before, I will just send all the things that are required, and in that lecture we will sit together. Even I will plant on my end, and even you are going to plant some trees. Okay? Pakka?
Ma'am,
Be ready with the
the
seeds.
day we're starting, ma'am, the day we're doing it, also you send the message that today we're going to do it.
I'm not getting. What did you say, Beta?
everything. The day we're going to do it, also in the morning, if you could send a message that we're going to do it today.
Okay, definitely. I'll give you reminders. Like I'll give you twice. I'll send you reminders, and then we all will plan this in our next lecture. When we'll have it on Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, be prepared with a plant, a kind of seeds, mud, and a pot. It could be anything. Okay, it could be any plastic container from your house. Don't go outside and buy things. Anything. It could be methi seeds. It could be any pulses that could easily sprout, and we will not only learn the chapter, but we will also implement it on our day-to-day lives. Okay, chalo. Quickly moving ahead. Okay, deforestation. What did we learn? We learned that we have to stop cutting down forests, and what are we going to do? We'll be planting new trees. Quarrying and deforestation are two human activities that have negative impact upon the environment. But there are many more. What is quarrying? We did quarrying. What is quarrying? When we take out all the natural reserve that is there beneath the earth. It is called as quarrying. What happens in the process of quarrying? Not only all those materials come out, but also a lot of wastages also comes outside, which is not properly disposed later. And what will happen if it is not properly disposed? It will cause land pollution, and if it is being drained into water, it will cause water pollution. So we have to be very careful when we dig things out of the earth. We have to be very careful, and we have to put all the waste material back into the soil so that it does not cause any sort of pollution. Okay, waste disposal. That is what we are talking. Coring. What happens when you dig the earth? We have so much of waste material that is coming out of the earth. Again, our day-to-day activities, whether it comes from the homes or from the offices or from the factories, lots of waste are being produced. Everybody, every day you can see our garbage bags are filled with garbage and all the waste materials. Everybody, we've seen our dustbins.
Yeah.
Any day goes without our dustbins being filled up? Is there any day? No. What will happen to all this waste? Where does this waste go?
In the water.
What will happen if I directly throw everything into water?
No.
Quickly,
It's the same
quickly.
thing.
What will happen, beta? What will happen if I throw all this waste?
The water will be bad.
Yes. And will that affect the biodiversity, the aquatic plants and the aquatic animals that reside in the water? Will they be affected?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Very
That
true.
water is being consumed by you also.
No.
So this water will be directly harming you also. Okay. So we'll quickly read this and then we'll discuss this in detail. Everybody, you can see this picture. What is there? Anybody who could explain me what is happening over here?
Please mute. Please mute everybody.
Yes, I want everybody to mute themselves, and only ones who are going to say it will be unmuted. What is happening in this picture? Anybody who can explain me what is happening?
And we are taking the trash to the sea.
To the sea. I cannot see the sea over here.
Ma'am, see the birds are there. The birds.
Acha.
Ma'am, they are putting all of it on in one place.
Yes, they're kind of dumping all the garbage in some open area. What happens
Ma'am,
when...
here, see birds are there.
That means there is an ocean right
Acha,
there.
okay, that could also be a possibility. But what will happen if I dump the garbage openly somewhere? What will happen? First thing that happens, we all have seen this. If you stay in Mumbai, we all have seen these things. First thing that will happen if there is an
The
open.
mice and all the cows come and eat the plastic.
And what about the smell? How's the smell over there?
Oh, she.
Yes,
Nobody
yes,
ever
yes.
wants to go near the house.
This is the first thing that will happen. Second thing, what will happen? Some things will rotten up and will decompose, but the other things like plastic and other things that do not get decomposed will remain on the soil, on the layer of the earth. So what will happen? Things that remains on the earth will try to decompose it. We'll try to throw it somewhere. We might either put it in the ground or in the sea. These are the only two options that are left with us. What will happen if I dug it in the ground?
Ma'am, it will be good because all the energy of it, the soil will take and the water will produce.
Okay, but if the garbage has been dug into the ground, there is water inside the ground. Don't you think the
Yes.
water inside that will get contaminated?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it safe?
No.
Okay, second option. If I take all this garbage that does not get decomposed and throw it into the sea, what is happening? What will happen to the aquatic habitat?
Ma'am, rather than this, just put all the plastic in a shuttle and then just launch it into space.
Launch it.
All the bag,
Okay. So
all
you
the
are
garbage
going
is
to
gone.
put in crore of rupees just to send some garbage to the satellite. Is it like that?
Yeah.
Will that be, smart enough? Okay.
But
what
ma'am,
we
it's a
talking
safe
about?
option. It's a safe option, ma'am.
Acha. Okay, so what will happen if I dump it straight into the seas? What will happen? The aquatic
The
habitat
ocean life will get
Yeah.
ruined.
Okay,
Poor
third option.
shark
If I
and
burn it,
seas.
this happens now.
Ma'am,
When
it
we
won't
burn
burn.
the waste.
Ma'am,
What will happen
literally,
if
it
I
won't
burn it?
burn.
Sorry,
Ma'am, it
Beta?
won't burn. It will release a lot of smoke and it won't burn. It will just shrink into a little ball.
Yes, it will release a lot of gases. What gas do they release when they burn?
Carbon dioxide.
Acha, okay, carbon dioxide, it could be sulfur, it could be, when even the certain garbage will kind of decompose, it will release methane. What are these gases? We learned about these gases in our previous lecture.
These are really harmful for the ozone layer.
Yes, not for the ozone layer actually, but they will, these are those greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
That traps heat and leads to global warming.
Yes, ma'am.
So, three ways.
That is also an option.
Dumping in the ground, throwing it in the sea, or burning it. Either ways, is this garbage helping us or like just creating nuisance? What is happening? Is there any way out?
Nuisance.
Yes, just creating nuisance. So, what is a very simple way of kind of escaping from all these problems? What is the simplest way? Anybody who can tell?
Not to make plastic.
But then see, like our lives, we need something else. Chalo, show me one thing that is there in plastic. See, I can show you this. Plastic. So look around something that is made up of plastic. See, a bottle. Zuvaria, Hafsa, I want everybody to show me something. Just have a quick look and show it to me. Run. I want Aisha, I want Sarah, I want Zainab. Anything that is made up of plastic.
Ma'am,
Yes.
see a plastic bottle.
Yes, Aisha. Who's showing it?
Ma'am,
to
the
me?
charger cover is made up of plastic.
Yes, the plastic
No,
again.
that's made up of rubber.
Okay, and then I want Sarah. I want my boys. See, Hamdan is showing me something. Hamdan, what is that?
Bottle.
Yes, a bottle.
I knew it.
Where is Sad? Where is Umar? Chalo, quickly.
How did that say, huh?
Even Sehan is showing me. Now, can you imagine your lives being, without plastic? Can you imagine?
So good. No global warming.
But would that be simple? Will that be
But
simple?
it is.
Bottle of plastic. The switch board is made of plastic.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
you can use rubber instead of plastic. Plus, you cannot stretch a bottle. If it is made from rubber, you can stretch it.
Yes. So what was my basic thing behind this is that if the
It's
only
going to be
one,
hard to rip up without plastic.
only one solution to
It's gonna
this
be
is when we reduce all these things that creates to waste, all activities that will create to waste. What if we use bottles that are more durable, that is not made up of plastic but by other metal that has long longevity? Will that reduce plastic?
Yes.
We can
Plastic
use,
is a very bad.
we have all those polythene bags. Like every year, some time of the year,
Yeah.
the government just suddenly wakes up and then they will announce no plastic bags. Fine, 5,000, 10,000. Suddenly, I don't know where does this comes, this general awareness, and then they will start with this campaign, and then within a month everything finishes. But if you think for a long run, if we really replace all these plastic bottles with that, with of those, the plastic bags, with the cloth bags, do you think we can reduce to the amount of waste that is being produced?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me one example from your end. Any example, anything that you've seen. I have seen this thing. There is
Ma'am, take plastic bags, throw them away, and use paper or cotton bags.
Yes, we can either use paper or cotton bags. Okay, that's fine. See, I saw this thing, even you might have gone through this article. There is a shop in Bangalore where, it has zero plastics. All that, like, it is
it only
a grocery
gives
shop.
us. Yeah.
And you're just supposed to carry either, your containers and, your bags and all. And even all the, pulses and all have been stored in those proper bottles. There is no plastic at all. I again saw this thing. There's one chai wala, and the thing is like, they don't give those paper cups. You have to take your collapsible cups. We have those collapsible cups. You have to carry with yourself, drink, and then collapse and get it back to your home. Wash it and take it again tomorrow. So what will happen with all these activities? We will we will just reduce all the wastages that we are creating, right? Okay, now again we have water pollution. What is happening in, somebody who could explain me?
Ma'am, all the garbage has been thrown to the lakes, all the chemicals and all.
Yes, all the chemicals and all. See, what happens now? Everything, whether it is a farm or you can any activities from the factories or even our household activities, what do? We directly release it into the water. But what does all these things contain? They contain harmful pesticides, chemical, insecticides. Do you think all those, those big farms and all, the crops have been grown? So what is being sprayed on the crops to protect them? What has been sprayed?
Nothing. Ma'am,
Nothing gets
only
sprayed?
1% of only 1% of that chemical is used to kill the insects, and all the 99 rest percent is used to in the soil only. Ma'am, hello. Did you leave? Is ma'am there?
Can you hear me, beta?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes. Yes. So what did Hamza say? Hamza said that 1% is used to protect the crops, and what happens? The rest of the
All the rest 99% is in the soil.
Yes. And what will happen if it stays back in the soil? Will it increase its fertility or will it decrease it?
Decrease it. It will make the soil like rock.
Very good. It will
hard.
It will be of no use. It will completely destroy its fertility. Again, what happens? The water that enters, like there is a farm, and then you'll find a river or a lake that is beside. All the water will drain off, and the pesticides and everything will enter into the streams, the lakes, the water. Will it pollute the water?
Ma'am, yes, of course.
It will definitely pollute the water. Even the waters that is coming from the factories. You know what happens in the thermal power station and all, the water that is boiling, that boiling water has been released into the rivers and the streams. What will happen there? If I release such high temperature water in the water bodies, can you imagine somebody putting, hot, warm water on you? What will happen to you?
It will be so relaxing, but at the same time, it will burn our skins and make us
Yes.
kill us.
So when a sudden, hot temperature water or a water that is already contaminated with so much of chemical, pesticides, fertilizers.
नहीं. Hello.
Okay. So what we'll be discussing, so we told that all these water that is already contaminated with so much of chemicals, pesticides, and all harmful substances been entering into the water and eventually creating water pollution. Okay. So what is happening if the water enters into the water bodies and creates more water pollution? The entire ecosystem is again getting damaged. Write down 2 effects of waste disposal on the environment. How do we safely, dispose all the waste? Till a quick two. Sorry. Write down 2 effects of waste disposal. What is happening? We just discussed it right now. 2 effects of wastage disposal on our environment.
And if we throw the waste into the water, then the water will get polluted.
Yes, and it will damage the aquatic habitat. Okay. And other thing, if it is
And,
burned, what
if-
will happen?
Then harmful gases will be released in the air.
Yes, and it will either contribute to acid rain or it may contribute to greenhouse effect. Okay, simple. Write down 2 effects of water pollution on the environment. Chal, what will happen? 2 effects of water pollution. Chalo,
The aquatic
simple one.
habitat, will die.
Very good. And if that water has been consumed by humans like us, what will happen? Will become
We will
healthy?
also get sick.
Yes. Chalo, this is your answer. I want answer. This is a very simple thing that I'm going to ask. Give me 2 diseases that is waterborne diseases that is caused when you consume contaminated water. 2 diseases, very simple one.
Poison and cold.
Sorry,
Cold.
Food poison and fever.
I don't get you, Beta. Please, can you repeat?
Malaria. Food poison and cold.
Food poison and cold. No,
Malaria.
malaria causes by mosquitoes. Chalo, fast.
Fever.
Ma'am, this is so tricky. Why are you giving us so
Tricky.
tricky thing?
What is this?
I don't know.
I'm not very sure of the spelling diarrhea. I think it's HEA. I'm not very sure with the spelling. Yes, diarrhea. I'm not very sure of the spelling.
I haven't heard about these diseases.
In simple language, chalo, in simple language we'll do vomiting and loose motions. Where do all these come from?
Ma'am, bad water. Bad taste of water.
Do you
Not
have you ever
tasty
heard
water.
of typhoid? Typhoid? Anybody who's ill with
Yes,
typhoid?
ma'am.
What is that? This is again, typhoid is also a disease that is because of the consumption of contaminated water. So what will happen? It will not only disturb the
Ma'am.
ecosystem. Yes, Peter.
Like when I was small, so one time, like my mom always carries water from home whenever we go to restaurants. But one time she forgot, so we had to drink the water from the restaurant. So like when we got home, me and my brother started vomiting, and then it was very severe, and then like my brother got admitted because of that.
See,
Yes,
now you
ma'am.
can
My
see
mom
how
said
water can.
never to drink the never to drink the hotel water. That's why we always carry our own bottles.
Definitely, definitely. So now you see what will happen if you simply just put all the garbage in the water, because somewhere or else we are also consuming it, and then that will eventually cause diseases. So what are the two effects of water pollution? First, it will disturb the aquatic habitat, and secondly, it has direct impact on humans also. We have thought, yes, beta.
No, ma'am, nothing.
We have thought about the positive and the negative effect of some human activities on the environment. How much do you remember? So now I hope everybody, every time you throw anything, you're creating any waste, I hope you have all these points in your brain, and then you stop it. Okay? Chalo. We can reduce the problems caused by acid rain. Can we reduce the problems caused by acid rains? True or false?
True.
Once there is an acid rain, can we reduce the problem that has been caused?
False.
False. Answer will be false. We cannot reduce it. What can we reduce is we can reduce the emission of the gases that causes acid rain. But if if your body has been exposed to some acid, can you heal it in one day? Can you heal it? No. So what will be the answer for this? It will be false. So quickly write in the blank. Why it is false? Because one, it has been affected, it cannot be reduced. But yes, what can we reduce? We can reduce the emission of the gases that will cause acid rains. Okay, what gas causes acid rains, beta? Hamza, what gas causes acid rains?
Chlorophyll.
Ma'am,
Anybody who knows? Sorry?
Ma'am, I know, but it's a tricky names. Calofluoro acid.
Chlorofluorocarbons. No. So CFCs are the greenhouse gases. CFCs, the chlorofluorocarbon that you're talking about. They cause global warming. They cause those greenhouse effect. Sulfur is the acid that causes acid rain. Chalo, quickly write false in the first answer. Who's writing it? Hamza, you writing?
Ma'am, may I?
Oh, yes, please, beta, go ahead. We'll be just completing this, and then we'll be ending our lecture. Don't forget to bring a pot, a mud, and some seeds for your next lecture. I'll be posting it tomorrow and then again in the morning also. Chalo, we can help the environment by planting more trees. True or false?
True.
Quickly write it in the blank. It is not important to protect endangered species
The
and
next
habitats.
False.
Why is it important to protect them?
Thursday.
Because if they get extinct, this will disturb our food
Ma'am.
chain and the entire ecosystem. Simple. I hope you all
Ma'am,
have
the next
understood.
science lecture is on Thursday.
Sorry, beta.
The next science lecture is on Thursday.
Yes, we have it on Thursday. Okay. Chalo. Ending my session over here. We'll be continuing next time. But next time, we are doing something very nice, very productive. And then we all will plant a tree and we'll contribute to our environment. Chalo. Till then, bye. Take care. Have a good day ahead. Be safe and enjoy winters. No ice creams. Or only ice cream. You can have one ice cream. Nothing will happen. Tell mama, teacher got told us nothing will happen. Bye.